Well, Razorblade will also be coming back in a wheelbarrow, I think. The Predator's gone. Hypnodisco through. Next to Onslaught, Terrible, and Cerberus. Terrible in the pits right now with Jules.
New to the wars, and therefore the pits, we have the Terrible team from West Yorkshire. Terrible. We hope not. They've got tons worth of power here in their flipping head, which could be pretty effective. And apparently you go at 30 miles an hour, which is almost unheard of. Why?
Why? Because we have no gears, no reduction gears. It's just direct drive onto the wheels.
Ah, but probably not a lot of control, therefore, or manoeuvrability. We shall see. They're planning on ganging up with the Onslaught team for the melee, I hear. Hello. They were very proudly told me earlier that they've got the biggest physical size motor here, which I thought was great, bigger than the House Robots even. And then they told me that was because it was from 1967. Here we have the Cerberus team from London. They are coated fully in titanium, which is rare, and it means it should fare incredibly well against the House Robots in opposition, we hope. Slight problem earlier, they came in overweight. This thing, which actually I can't even lift, was the head, which was meant to act as a clumping jaw thing. Now we've got a single pokey tooth, which we hope will do some damage, but one of these robots will go to hell and back. Breaking news from the pit, Onslaught are out. They will not make it into the arena, but we have our standby roboteers, Mick and Rich, with VMAX. Tell us how it works.
Basically, we have a CO2-powered flipper. We can tip over other robots over. If we get tipped over ourselves, we can use that flipper to get upright again.
Excellent. Now, this is just a bonus for you, really, isn't it? You didn't think you'd be here.
Yes, brilliant.
Well, do some damage.
Thank you very much.
What's the story, team?
I'm afraid it's ceased to function. Reasons totally unknown, I'm afraid, at the moment. Not enough time to fix it. Even after a whole year's worth of work, again, it's packed up.
It's getting on a bit, really, isn't it?
It is, yes, a bit like me.
Well, we would have liked to see a fight. You've been a great team. Come back for the next wars.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, what a shame after so much work, but Onslaught confirmed they're out of the competition. In come VMAX to face Terrible and Cerberus.
From Ilkley in West Yorkshire, Terrible.
Very quick at 30 miles an hour. Two spikes in the pneumatic head and tongue make this a terrible sight. The shell's 3mm thick aluminium. The wheels come from the farmyard. Too delicate, or a bull in a china shop.
Hi, my name's John, this is Ben, and this is our robot Terrible. Its main weapon is a lifting head, which incorporates a tongue and two spiked horns, which lifts up that high, and we can lift 100 kilos. And we're hoping to do a lot of damage.
From London, seed number 18, Cerberus.
Named after the dog from hell, it has steel claws. No longer that ferocious set of jaws. Took 350 pounds to build over 8 weeks. The titanium's from the scrapyard. Updated from the last series. They had some luck in the third wars, I can tell you. Have a look at this. Kilohertz. Whoops, into the pit. So Cerberus went beyond that stage. And the next, again, because of their opponents. Haphazard driving sent the Kakufa family through. Cerberus on the right didn't have to do a lot, let's be honest. But finally, the Thing took the doggy for a walk, and Cerberus were beaten. Are they stronger this time around? Don't let them off the leash, House Robots.
Hello, this is Cerberus, I'm Theo, this is Alex, and this is Vasso. This is our beautiful robot, Cerberus. As you can see, he's got a crushing jaw, he's got claws that slash, and round the back, we've got more slashing claws, and a nice big ram to rip for someone. And also, he's made of titanium.
From Romsey in Hampshire, VMAX.
Our late substitutes with a pneumatic flipper. It's powered by 2 industrial motors. Bodywork is aluminium. The frame is tubular steel. They begged and borrowed for some of the parts.
Hello, I'm Mick Pearce, and I'm from Team Hampshire Hog. This is Richard Tracing, co-pilot, and this is our robot, VMAX. We like to think it's the most powerful robot that we've seen so far, with the fattest tyres that we can ever get, and the biggest motors with the biggest power.
Also, this robot features a very powerful pneumatic ram. It can flip up the opponent and do them real serious damage. Also, if we get turned upside down, we can self-right and carry on the battle.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's There's Terrible with farmer John Fernley and his nephew Ben from Woodhouse Grove School. That's Cerberus without the head now. Theo at the controls, cousin Vassos on the left, and finally VMAX with big Mick Pearce there on the left-hand side of the controls.
3, 2, 1.
Interesting to see how the substitutes go here. They say they're bigger, better than the other robots. We shall see. There's Cerberus, of course, without those gnashing jaws. They said cut a slash and a dash across the arena floor. Again, we'll wait to see Matilda in the action. That's Terrible. New competitors to Robot Wars, trying to use the two spikes there in the head to lift and throw. VMAX backing away now to have a run against Cerberus and toppling Cerberus, the number 18 seed. Now, can they right themselves, Cerberus? They talk a good battle. Can they get back into this one? Toppled by VMAX and the pneumatic flipper, and they are in major trouble here, Cerberus. They came in too heavy, they had to have the jaws taken away, and I wonder if that threw their game plan completely out of sync. A little nudge from Terrible. Terrible again, a cursory push and a shove. In comes Sergeant Bash with the great jaws. There's Death Metal with the claws. Meanwhile, Killalot has a little bit of a tickle onto VMAX, but our attention is drawn to the plight of Cerberus being dragged across the arena floor and about to be bent and buckled by the jaws of Sergeant Bash. Matilda watches on. Killalot is there as well. Well, that is a major disappointment for Theo Kakufa, cousin Vassos, who's studying to be a computer programmer, and team member Alex Wink, and they've gone in a blink. Cerberus, I'm afraid. The sparks fly, the house robots nearly toy. They have their sport, and it's the end of the competition from Cerberus. In the last series, they got beyond 2 battles, were knocked out by the Thing, but at the moment they are the plaything of House Robot Sergeant Bash and Dead Metal. Pit, pit, pit is the cry. The other machines, VMAX down there, just staying out of trouble, or are they? Get off that plane, what on earth are you doing? VMAX taking on Terrible, but the seeded robot in this heat, in this battle, out Cerberus, and about to go down from whence it came, the very pit of hell.
The beast that guards the gates of hell rolls over and gets its tummy tickled. Cerberus is eliminated.
Hang on, team. Where are you going? Don't leave without saying goodbye.
I need sleep. I need time.
I want to know what happened. Yeah. How did the titanium hold up? Because I was very impressed with that.
Well, it got dented, but it, protected the components inside, so we should be, all right.
And what about the fact that you didn't have your head? Was that a key thing?
Yes, I think the head's a talisman. It must have a head. He just doesn't like it. It's just like, it's special.
And you flipped yourself up. You did a bit of a James Bond.
We did, unfortunately. We did a James Bond and we flipped up, but we couldn't keep it and flip back down again. Obviously, the head must have been, angry.
Well, you've been very good sports.
Oh, that's
we said one of you was going to hell and back, and
we are.
Like you're going back.
We're going back to hell.
We're going back home, by the looks of it.
Off you go. Cheers.
Well, hardly back to hell, back to London. Anyway, Cerberus, hearts ruled heads. VMAX and Terrible go through. VMAX will meet Hypnodisc, and Terrible against Razorblade. One of the unsung heroes will go through.